What's up, everybody? It is your hostess with the mostest. You know who I am, okay? This is season 3. If you have caught me in season 1, 2, or the few shows in season 3 thus far, you know me. I'm your girl, your bestie. You know, your hostess with the mostest. The person who hosts a show that you love to watch the most. Brie Bethencourt here on Dear Future Husband. Y'all see my lovely, lovely guest? You see it?
Hey y'all, hey.
Y'all, we have conversations for y'all today. We gonna get into it. You hear me? Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, Mama, I think what we connected a lot on when we first talked, and it was over DMs, right? Text messages.
Right.
It was the similarity in age, the dating mishaps.
Yes.
That's what we're gonna call it. The dating mishaps.
That's what we're gonna call it.
Okay. And all the things in between.
Yes.
Okay. So let's get into it. Well, first tell the people what your name is. I'm sorry.
Hey y'all, I'm Anya T. Davis. TM Davis. That's what I go by. Lady CEO. What else you wanna?
Lady CEO. Well, we're gonna get into Lady CEO later and whatever else you got going on. But okay, so we got Miss Anya here, Miss Lady CEO right here on this couch, baby.
Yes.
And so I want to talk about first. How old are you?
I'm 42.
Okay, so I'm 43. Okay, all right.
And
so then just
good.
go. Yeah, and so do you, Mom. Hold it. And so are you from here?
No, I'm originally from New Orleans.
Nice.
I've been here all of my adult life. So I say I was born and raised in New Orleans, but I became a woman in the DFW area.
Come on, woman in DFW.
I mean,
come on. Y'all see her? I love her. I love her energy. Okay. So, you got here, so you were raised here or no? Okay, so as an adult you came here.
I came here at 18.
Okay,
I came
so
for
you
college.
Came here right at adult. Where'd you go to college at?
So I started college at DeVry.
Okay.
That's what brought me here.
Okay.
I have associates from Northlake Community College.
Nice.
But my bachelor's is from Warner College in Florida.
Now, run down the list, because you gave me a whole list of the things that you do. Run it to me, please, because this is important about what we're going to get into, okay?
So here's the thing. Blame it on my mama and my daddy. Okay. My mama said I could be anything I wanted to be.
Boom.
And I believed her.
Okay.
I had
so
to tell
you did all the things.
Yeah, anything I thought I wanted to do, I just said I'm going to do it.
Okay.
So,
go ahead.
What I have is, I have Lady CEO, where I do brand management and consulting. I have a Confident Lady, where I do confidence coaching.
Come on.
I am an amateur model.
Come on.
I am an amateur actress.
Come on. Okay, so your plate is full.
And I have a business. It's called The Walk of a Woman. I do that with one of my girlfriends. Okay. And that's just a environment for women just to be a woman.
Come on.
You can just sit back and just say, you know what? I'm here.
In your soft era, baby.
Listen, that. So.
Okay.
And I do production.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I do production behind the camera and yeah.
Okay. So you got a lot rocking.
I mean,
it's a lot on your plate.
Yes.
And then you have a beautiful baby boy.
Yes, baby. He's 7 months now. He's what I never thought I wanted.
Really?
That makes sense. I didn't know how it would be. I didn't know that this was possible to be this happy as a single mother.
Yeah. That part.
You know,
that's what you started off to be. That you wasn't reaching for that.
I wasn't reaching for that. And if I can be honest with you, I went through depression when I first found out I was pregnant because I wasn't with his father.
Okay. And
because I don't want to make it seem like, oh, we was just in this banging relationship and he just no. And so I went through kind of depression because in my mind, it was like I wanted to be married. Yeah. You know how you set that up? And then I waited so long before I got pregnant. He was an oops, but he's my oops. And I absolutely love my baby. My tribe be rocking, baby. When I tell you, they just love my baby. And he's so, if I had him in here, he'd be sitting here laughing.
Oh, already? So he has a personality.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
So I wanted you to tell everybody that because we set it up for something, right?
Yeah.
What has been your experience out here in these muddy dating waters, being a lady CEO, and not just having a business lady CEO, but truly embodying the lady CEO word, right? And being all that it is, and having a spanking brand new baby. Because baby, listen, he's still 7 months, and that's spanking brand new.
Yeah.
So what has that been like?
Well, I haven't dated since I had him.
Okay.
So prior to, it was always, people make you feel like you think you're better than everyone else.
Okay, but why? What was they pulling from?
They'll be like, oh, your standards are too high. You want all of these different things. Mm-hmm. Well, honey, I'm used to eating steak and lobster, not figuratively. Mm-hmm. I'm used to eating steak and lobster. You want me to eat hamburgers every day? That's not what I want.
A little hamburger helper.
I mean, there's different restaurants that I don't go to because I it's not that I just think I'm just so much bigger. It's just not my taste. That's not what it. If I can go to Papa Do's probably 2 or 3 times a week, don't try to make me feel bad because I can't do that.
Okay.
I don't do Papa Do's just on a special occasion.
Right.
It's because I have a craving for something that they have.
Baby, because that's that Cobb salad, baby, with the lobster
and the
crab.
The crab fingers used to do it for me. Okay. They don't have them anymore, but they can do the lump crab. The lump crab,
yeah.
So you have that. You have those that feel like you're masculine. I'm masculine because I'm doing things
because you're a business owner of so many things.
Because I'm doing that, and I have to take care of this that's around me. And I always say, so what was I supposed to be doing? Playing with my fingers until you got here?
That one I don't understand. I've never heard you're masculine because you're a business owner and you have to delegate and do other things, right?
Well, that's what I felt like it was because I am the woman that I am. I'm whole. Yeah. I'm not looking for you to complete me. Yeah. I'm already complete.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've done the work. I go to therapy.
Yes.
Listen, I have a good job. I have my businesses. I am doing these different things. I'm not looking for you to come and pay these bills, but you can pay these bills if that's what you need to do. Please. So many people, I remember Jamel Hill said, these men, they want to come in, they want to buy a house, they want to buy a car and these things. But I already have those things. If those are the only things that you have to offer, I'm not that girl. But then they get mad at you because you're not that girl and you're mad because I don't need.
But it's a catch-22, right? Because what in my dating experiences, what I've understood or what I was kind of caught in the middle of is you meet the ones that not necessarily want to save you and want to provide for you, not necessarily, but they don't want you to have gotten to the place of where you at, right?
Right.
Then you meet the ones that when you tell them that you're at this place, they're kind of intrigued, right? They're like, okay. And they think they can hang, but then at some point that becomes a problem, right? Yeah. That you're at the place that you're at. Yeah. I had a family member once tell me, be careful of all the things that you want, because you have a house already, you have this, you have, cars and whatnot. Be careful because then when you meet a man, he's not going to know what he can do for you. And I could not for the life of me understand what was being told to me. What do you mean? Like, wouldn't you want to come into a situation where this woman can hold it down? Not saying that she doesn't need you, because I wouldn't go as far as to say that. I don't believe that. I feel like we need each other, right?
Yes.
But so far as like you could say, okay, so she can pay bills on time. She can help you. Like, she's not just going to be somebody that's just going to be sitting there.
I am an asset to what you have going on.
That's it.
That was one of the reasons why I didn't buy my house. I bought my house after I had my baby. I bought my house 2 months after I had my baby. My baby was 2 months years old. Because you hear all those different conversations. If you had this, where's he going to come in? Then you have the men. I'm not coming in on no house that some woman owns and this and that. But baby, we can put that up for rent. That could be an asset for us. If that's the case. So many men, I think so many men look at material things and that's where they put their value when we need so much more. I need you to support me. I need caring. I need love. I need, if I'm coming home, maybe I didn't had a speaking engagement and I'm coming home, have my bath ran. That's not sappy. That's what I need. And I'm pouring back into this home at the same time.
You touched on something very important that I feel like is not talked about enough, and that's when you said a man doesn't want to come into a house that you already own on your own.
Girl, I don't know how many times I heard that.
Me too. But your responses is very aligned with my responses, which is why, again, this had to happen, right? Because I feel like we're very aligned, and sometimes I feel like I'm out here by myself, baby, because I don't know if there's just not many of us, or I'm not meeting them. But my response has always been, okay, we rent this. This is small.
This
easy. This is small.
Girl. Easy, babe. Easy.
We ain't gotta even sweat about this right here. We rent this out, or I rent this out. However and then we go buy and or rent. Because I'm not one of those that say that you have to buy. I feel like it's based on your circumstances and your situation at the time, right? So I'm never gonna be like, oh, well, you rent. No, you do what you do. So we buy or we rent something, right? That can be ours. That both of our names are on, right? And that's small.
That's small. I bought a house because now I have a son and I need to leave a legacy for my son.
Absolutely.
And that's how I felt. Now, if a man walks up, I've become unapologetic even more after 35 of how I roll. Especially after 40. Yeah. If that's a problem, cool, babe. I'm not her. I'm not what you want. I'm not the woman that you need in your life. Because I know what I bring, and I'm tired of having to push myself down so you can be great. Because another thing I've heard is, you have all this going on. What about what I have going on? So what you're saying is, I can't have what I'm going on and support you?
That support is everything. That support as a business owner, I don't think a lot of men understand. Number one, not only can we be doing this and support you because we're multifaceted, right? But we can also, but we also need that support from you.
But it's almost like they don't want to support me. Why? They don't want to. And I'm sitting back and I'm like,
what does support look like for you? Let me start off with that.
So support for me would be coming to engagements with me. First of all, you have to be able to speak. If I'm dating you, I need you to be able to talk. Because if we go into environments and galas or different places, I need you to be able to hold a conversation with someone. Okay. So that it could be just checking to make sure, to see how I'm doing. Okay. Support for me is just making sure I have that downtime. I don't want it to be business all the time. I like being soft. I absolutely enjoy being a soft woman. So those are some things that are support to me.
Do you feel like can you be soft and still be a boss?
Yes, definitely. I've watched women do it. One of my sister friends, I watch her do it. I watch her do it. She's standing in this circle and she's having this conversation with us. And then her husband's like, I'm ready to go. And she's like, all right, well, I'm going to talk to y'all later. And I'm going. That don't diminish the woman that she is. But I feel like being soft is that girliness. That girliness. Oh, I'm his wife. But that doesn't mean I have to be like a nincompoop. I can still be strong in who I am. And who you are. And still be his wife.
And still be a boss. Outside the house.
Outside of the house. I'm one that feels like my husband is the king of the castle. When I get him, that's what I want. A lot of my friends, they tell me I'm so supportive so fast because I'm the person. I'm just me.
When's your birthday?
May.
Okay.
May 23rd.
Are you a Gemini? Okay, my baby's the 22nd. Okay.
My baby's the 25th.
Really, of May? Is he a Gemini too? Okay, I don't know when it cuts off. I don't know all the astrology stuff. Oh, okay. June.
It starts in the 21st of May.
Okay. Oh, it starts the 21st of May.
It ends the 20th of June.
Okay.
The 20th or 21st.
Something like that. Okay. Okay. So then you're supportive. Go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, I'm supportive. Well, I'm that person that if me and you having a conversation, say for instance I'm dating you, do, and you're like, yeah. I'm coaching this team tonight. I'm like, oh, you want me to come by?
Y'all need some
That's just who I am. Listen, what you got?
Chips.
Because I'm all about what you got going on too. But a lot of men don't know how to accept that either because they haven't received it, and that's what I'm learning as well. Before I had my baby, I was a unicorn, and I've had men ask my friends, "What's wrong with her?" I haven't found anything wrong with her. What's wrong with her? And I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Not saying I'm just so good because I have my flaws. But I am that girl. I'm a roll with you. I'm gonna be understanding and these different things. Now there have been times I wasn't understanding, but I'm gonna be understanding. I'm gonna be supportive. But can I get that over here as well? I can do that for you, but can
I get it in return?
You know, make sure I have some water.
I'll make sure you have some water, baby.
I mean,
You're thirsty. You're thirsty.
I'm saying. Can you make sure I have a bottle of water? You know, babe, you got some areas. It's taking care of my vehicle.
Okay.
Making sure my vehicle is good. You know, if I have a man, I expect that.
Okay. Now let's go back to what you said. So, because during the day I'm an attorney, at night I'm Dear Future Husband host. Even though it's the day, but you know what I'm saying.
I got you.
So, when we were talking about going to galas, and that's a thing. That's a thing. Going, you know, we got friends that are being are becoming judges now, and so they have these whole things, right?
Right.
I personally don't necessarily need you to talk. You don't have to hold a conversation with nobody because for me it's just like the support for me is just being there, right? Not saying that you're wrong and what you want.
Right.
We just want different things,
right?
Right. But you ain't got to somebody be like, oh, he doesn't talk. Yeah, okay, stop talking to him. He don't want to talk to you.
He don't want to talk to you.
He don't talk. Well, but he looked nice next to me, you know what I'm saying? And he's allowing me to work the room and do what I do without, because I'm sure that you've had them where they want you to be right here. And you try to move and you...
Right here?
No. Wait. Because now that's too much for me.
Right, I got it.
You got to allow me to work this room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And move around and shake hands and kiss babies. You got to allow me to do that.
I mean...
That's part of the job. So as long as you allow me to do that and you're okay and you're confident in yourself to allow me to do that, we good.
And that's that. So I had this one guy. I was in my 20s or maybe my early 30s. And he liked me. He was cool. Conversation was okay and everything. But he was like, but when we go out, you got to let me be me. I mean, I'm wearing these jeans. I'm doing this. I'm like, but if I don't like suits and this and that. Well, you can't come with me with those jeans and them tennis shoes on. No. Not all the time. No. You know, and he's mad at me. Well, you trying to change me. I'm not trying to change you. I told you bye.
Not I told you bye. This ain't gonna work.
This ain't gonna work. This is not gonna work.
That I agree with. As a grown 40-something-year-old, I need you to be able to be a chameleon. I need you to, when it's time for the J's, we put the J's on. But when it's time for a suit, baby, I need you to put on this suit.
Listen, because I can work in any environment. I can go to the hood. I'm a chameleon. I'm going to talk to somebody. I'm, you know, anywhere I'm at church. I'm that.
You could take me anywhere.
Anywhere.
And I'm a fit in. I'm gonna get in where I fit in.
Exactly.
Period. I like that. Because that's how I feel like I am. Like you can take me wherever, and I'm gonna be chill. Right. I'm gonna be chill. I'm gonna get along. You know, what does it go along to get along? Right. I'm gonna do all that, right? Okay, you was gonna share with me a funny story about one of your dating mishaps.
Okay, so
please.
So what happened was, in my 20s, maybe 30s, early 30s. I was dating I met this guy. He was all about me. And then sometimes we didn't get along. I was in that phase of, you got to do what I want you to do. And if you don't do it, what I want you to do, when I say I want you to do it, I don't want to be bothered. Even down to the point that he would be like, I'm going to Denton. I was living in Addison. Okay. He lived like in Orleans or something like that. I'm going to Denton. Can I come sleep on your couch? Yeah, you can come sleep on my couch. You can come into my bed. You know, type situation. Girl, just her. I was horrible before at one point.
But at least you know it and you can recognize it and you can, acknowledge it. So
definitely. And so he was all about, because I was listening to this song. It's called Baby Time Street.
Okay.
By Jaheim. And he sent that to me before. And So we was in a season of getting along and everything was great. I had this friend from before, this guy.
Like an ex-friend?
He was a homeboy.
Okay.
And we got down once.
Okay.
But I didn't like him like that. You know, it was like... So dude was all about me, everything, like doing everything that he could to please me or whatever. Found out dude was his brother.
No. What's the chances?
And they were total opposites. Like when you seen this one, you wouldn't have never thought, and they didn't get along either. And it was so funny because dude had then told his mom about me and everything.
Which one?
Both
Which
of them.
dude?
Both of them, because I was a good friend to this one, and this one
but never met the family.
Never met the family. Wanted me to go because they don't live here. They live in Arkansas. Girl found that out.
That was
cut
that.
it. Dead. So from that time on, I'm not dealing with nobody I really don't like.
Because it's not worth it.
It's
so
not
do you
worth
feel
it.
like because you lost one brother because of the homeboy brother that you didn't really like?
Because they didn't get along. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I could see us at a family gathering. And my brother like, yeah, you know, this happened, da-da-da-da. And I was like, got it.
But there was no way for you to know. There was absolutely no way. What are the odds of that? Out of everybody, this was in Dallas? Out of everybody here.
And they're not even from Dallas.
Girl, that's crazy.
Yes. Girl.
Okay. So that is definitely a dating mishap.
I don't think I ever told that story.
Girl, that's a good one though. That's a good one. Let me ask you, why? So you say you haven't dated since the baby has been born.
Right.
Is that a personal choice? Is it just it hasn't happened? Like what's going on?
Good question. I don't know.
Okay. Are you not interested in anybody? You're not interested in dating?
I haven't met anybody I was interested in.
Okay.
I am. So I don't talk about my baby's father, but I will say this much. When I found out I was pregnant, just the whole situation and everything, I kind of was like, you can be all about a person, and then you find out you're pregnant, and then it's like,
was it just like that though?
It's like it's just a big thing, and it kind of turned me off from it.
Okay.
I want to date. One of my girlfriends, her and I talked, and she was like, "Anya, stop saying I'm a Christian. I'm always talking about God." And she was like, "You keep telling God that you don't want this, but yet you want this. You keep saying I want this, but then you're like, I don't want this. I want this. I don't want this." The things have changed though in dating because now I have a son. So
the game is it's a different game now,
right? And I live farther out because I bought my house in Pollock.
Where
you was like, Oklahoma? I was like Pollock Point. I thought you said Oklahoma. I was like, where is it at? Pollock
That's
Point.
up there by Prosper, you said, right?
Yeah, by Prosper.
Okay.
Salina, all of that. So I would love to.
Have y'all ever heard of Pollock Point?
You got to get out, sis. You got to get out.
Clearly, I'm in the house. Both of them talking some whatever.
But so, just that situation turned me off from it for a minute because I was kind of like,
Wait, are you saying that the men's won't drive?
Oh no, not that. I'm talking about the situation with the
baby dad.
With
the father of the child.
Right? Yeah. So now I am open to it. I am very much open to it. But dating me looks different.
What it look like?
Because before I would let you come to my house. I would love for a man to come to my house and pick me up. Now
Even wait. At the very beginning?
At the first date.
Oh.
First date I would let you.
Okay.
I mean, don't understand I got something in this purse. So you can try it if you want.
Not that she hold it. She hold it, baby.
I mean,
Okay.
And we've had conversations. So I trust you that much.
Okay.
Definitely can't come to the house. I'll have to meet you out somewhere. I don't think I'm gonna be all of. I don't feel like I was just all about a man before, but I was into them in different things. I have other things that has taken precedence of that. So where I would have been, we can go on a date on Saturday. It's like, no, wait, let's go next week.
You push it off further.
Yeah.
Whereas before it'd be like, what you doing tonight? Today? Tomorrow?
I mean, because I had the time.
Yeah.
Now it's pushed further to get to know you more. That scheduling is different, baby. And the schedule is different. My responsibilities are different. So, do you even like small babies? Some men, before I had my son, a lot of people were like, I don't want any more kids, this, that, and third. And I understand that now it may be a situation where they don't want to be with a woman who has a small child, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Yeah, you have to be okay where you're at. And I'm okay with that.
Would you date a man with kids?
Yes.
Would you date a man with small kids?
Yes.
Is it because you're there now?
No.
You would have always dated a man with small kids.
So, before I would say that I didn't want a man who had kids. I would say that. This guy told me once.
Okay.
He said, the rules is for them dudes that you don't like. And I found that to be true.
The rules are for the dudes that you don't like.
Correct.
Okay.
So I can put it out there that I don't want to date a man who don't have kids. But if I come across a guy that I'm interested in and he had kids, I dated him.
You're going to bend them. You're going to bend them rules.
And that's what he meant.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that to be true.
Mm-hmm.
So before, I probably would have said, no small kids. But I probably would have dated someone who had small kids.
If you liked them enough.
If I liked them enough.
How small can they be before for you to say no? Like, I'm talking about like newborn, 1 month, 2 months. Like, what are we talking?
A conversation would definitely have to be had if it's a newborn, or 1 month, or 2 months, or 3 months, something like that. You definitely have to be a part of your kid's life. You can't be in my life if you're not a part of your kid's life. That's just what it is.
Or at least trying, because sometimes there's a blockage.
Right.
So at least trying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a conversation to be had. I don't mind if they're little.
If they're little. I'll be real with you. I was driving on the way over here, and I don't know why I thought about this. I think it was on the radio, and it was asked of, would you date a man with young kids? And I would be honest with you. Before, I would have said yes. My child is 9 years old now. She makes her own bowl of cereal, and she can do some Eggo waffles and some ramen noodle in the microwave.
Yeah. And, you don't want to go back.
I don't think so. But before, I would have been like, yeah, because I think it was where I was at the time. Now, I will say this. Before, when I dated men with children that were young, and I'm not saying small, but just young children, minors.
Yeah.
I thought I wanted to date a man that had older children, adults. Mm-hmm. And I've realized that they're all one and the same, baby. It ain't no difference. Yeah. But I thought it was because they're older, they're out the house, they're doing their own thing. So I thought that was going to be different, but so far my experience has not been that. Yeah. And so we're going to leave that at that. But I don't know if you've had...
Well, when you date a guy who has smaller kids, to me, it was a little bit different because I didn't have any kids. So I had to be put on the back burner, which I understood, but then sometimes I didn't like.
Just to be honest.
I want to go out, but you got your kid at the house this weekend, but I am happy that you're spending that time, so yeah, older kids, they still need support.
The support looks clearly different from a 9-year-old to a 29-year-old, right?
It does.
But like, to your point, when, I dated a man with smaller children at the time, I didn't have a child. Right. But I was okay with him being involved in their lives, because of course that's what I would be looking for. You're supposed to, right? Right. And would help out with that, and would help take care of them the whole nine, right? But then, like I said, that wasn't a good experience either with the smaller children. And it's not the children, it was the mother of the children. Definitely. And so I was like,
See, I don't understand it, and that's why me as a baby mom now, I'm just not that girl. I don't see why you putting up such a fuss. I don't want him, sis. So
you talk about your baby dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. I don't want him. So if you want to be a part, babe. Let's do this. I don't understand why people do that.
Me neither. But what I come up with is that it's feelings still involved. Somehow, some way, there's some feelings, because the same. The father of my child is living his life as he should, and he's doing his thing, and I'm nowhere concerned about what he's doing. She goes to his house, and his girlfriend they live together, and she treats her well, and that's really all I care about.
And that's all I want. If you have first of all, and that's my prayer, be a positive person in my child's life, and whoever you bring in, be a positive person. I don't want him around any negativity. I don't have negativity. My child is a happy baby because I have such positiveness in my house, and that's what I bring around him. I don't want anyone that I gotta be like, wait, what they say, right? No.
This bitter baby mama thing, I think it needs to be said. It needs to stop.
It does.
It needs to stop. I don't understand it. Either get with him if you're really that pressed, or go find something to do, right? Because I don't understand this whole we're not together, but I also don't want you with anybody else type deal. Listen, he doing what he's supposed to do. He's
Who's
a good
she?
dad.
Let me see what she doing. She can't do this to my child. She can't.
And do what? Do what exactly? Because ain't nobody hurting nobody. Ain't nobody touching nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like,
It's okay for her to
whoopings
buy
or anything
stuff,
like that.
but
Yeah.
you can't. No.
She can take care of my kid, but she can't come to the birthday party.
Right.
That type of like foolishness. Like,
right.
if I keep telling him to bring her to the, here's the birthday. This is where it's gonna be. Here's the time. Bring her.
How you doing? You like some more family? Come on. I mean, I'm the same.
It ain't
way.
that deep, but I don't.
not.
You know, it's the mentality for me. I don't understand it.
Exactly. But we're not like that, so that's why we can't understand.
I
that.
can't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't understand that. Okay. So you have all these things going on. You mentioned speaking engagements. You mentioned all these things that you just have rocking. Your plate is full.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You got the baby. I'm gonna throw this word out, and these menses is gonna come for me in these comments, baby. But intimidated. They hate that word.
Oh, they do. They do. And I've been told that I can come off pretty intimidating. That's not.
What is it about you though? What are they saying?
Just the fact that I am confident in who I am, and as I say, I'm whole.
Yeah.
I don't need you. I want you. That's my thought. Mm-hmm. And some people are like, "Well, you do need him." I do desire your love. I love you. I desire your companionship, your support. I want to take. Listen, I tell people I'm the most independent person ever. Because as soon as I can find someone I can depend on, I'm gonna depend on them. Mm-hmm. Listen, but at the same token, I have to be more mindful now. Where I could have been careless and not checked some of them boxes before. Mm-hmm. I have a son now, so I have to be mindful of that. And who are you? You know, I could have dealt with the guy that's out here reckless a little bit. Now I can't. It's just not. Because now you're a role model to my son.
Or potential, yeah.
So, intimidating. And that was the thing before. Like, I think they say all these other things, but in hindsight, they are intimidated. Mm-hmm. Oh, you think you're better than you. Oh, you this. You want too much. It just doesn't thirst. Why? Because I'm expecting you to bring more than what you're used to bring to the table. Mm-hmm. Is that what it is? You have to actually get up and fix the breakfast, opposed to just standing in the bed and giving me whatever you want to give me. No, that don't work for me. Did you catch that analogy?
Yes. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm processing.
You know, like, you gotta get up and actually put through some work instead of just telling me to go get that cereal. Mm-hmm. You have to actually cook the grits, make the biscuits, and all the rest of the stuff. It's gonna be effort.
But you're not necessarily speaking about, just for clarification, you're not necessarily speaking about breakfast, right?
No.
That's an analogy, right?
It's an analogy.
And so you want them to come to the table with effort. You don't want them to just come sit at the table and expect to be fed everything. You want them to put forth effort to be at the table.
Yeah, but don't get it wrong. Sometimes I am gonna feed you. Mm-hmm. Just like you feed me. Mm-hmm. But it's, again, effort. It's a two-way street. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I brought up the word intimidation because I've heard it a lot. You know. And although they would never say it, it's the questions, and maybe intimidation is not the right word, but it's the questions or the way that they act within a relationship, and the questions that they ask me, and the things that they say within a relationship, right? Which leads one to assume, like, okay, well, what's going on? I've had somebody speaking on confidence. I've had one of my exes now, but at the time we were together, and he told me, he said, I don't know how this conversation came up, but he was like, the way you walk into, like, Kroger with your head up, you got your head up, you just walk in there like you own Kroger. And I said, as opposed to what? What am I supposed to walk in there? Am I supposed to hang my head down? And then not only that, I don't even know that I'm doing it. It's just, this is just how I rock. This is who I am, right? And so I'm going to walk into Kroger, Save a Lot, whatever, Burlington, wherever, right? Whatever. With my head up. And he was like, and your daughter does that too. She walks into Kroger like I was like, well, she should. I don't understand what.
So so in other words, you want us to walk around like this, and I can't give that to you.
And I don't know if he was saying that, because I asked him, I said, well, you walk into Kroger with your head up. So what is it about me walking into Kroger?
We're not supposed to.
Well, what are we supposed to do?
We're not supposed to. I don't know what we're supposed to do, but we're not supposed to. My cousin makes fun. He says, I walk in a room like I'm here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. But I mean, he wasn't saying it in a derogatory way.
No.
But he just was like, I walk in a room like I'm here. I have people that walk up to me and want to know who I am because of how I walked in a room. And then you have those people that's mad because they want to know who you are because of how you walked in the room. So,
and what I feel like that's all boils down to is just the confidence that you exude.
Exactly.
And it's the confidence that goes into the room before you go into the room.
Exactly.
And it's, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing too dim regarding that. I'm not dimming it. This is who I am. I just walk in. Now, again, it's not on my head. It's not like I have this pep talk with myself before I go into a room, right? Okay, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to stand up. Girl, I just get my person gone on. However I walk into the room is how I walk into the room. But that seems to be a problem, and it was mentioned to me, and he was an older gentleman. So at the time, I was, how old am I now? I'm 43. So at the time, I think I was like 40, and he was like 52. And so he's the one that pointed out to me, and I was like, but I don't. Another one has said, all of them actually, but another one was like, you very confident in yourself. I was like, yeah. Like, I don't understand what you want me to be.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's when you have, you think too highly of yourself. Oh, you want too much. Oh, this, oh, that. And you're like, so I'm not supposed to have desires. I'm not supposed to want to look nice. If you're coming with me, I want you to look nice as well, because you are a representation of me. When you tell somebody that you're Anya's boyfriend, they're looking, oh, I know her. I know how to, just like if I have a child with me, my son is always going to look presentable because I'm going to look presentable. Mm-hmm. So if you're my man, I've had that too. If you're my man or you're dating me, I need you to look presentable, especially when you're with me. You got to look presentable.
Mm-hmm. But what they be looking like? What they be looking like, child?
No, I just had one. He had a wrinkled shirt on, and I told him.
Not a wrinkled shirt on. You told him about himself.
I told him, don't he ever come?
Where was he? Where was y'all going with the wrinkled shirt?
We just went to Cafe Brazil, but it was
down Deep Ellum.
75.
Okay, 75. But that breakfast
and he was
spot.
coming from work. Mm-hmm. He was coming from work, and I had been working at home, and I guess he had just took off whatever he had on at work and just had on a t-shirt, and it was wrinkled. And I just was like, don't you ever come again with me.
Not don't you ever come again.
With a wrinkled shirt on. Because again, just sitting at optics, not that I care what anybody else thinks, but optics. I'm looking like this. I just threw something on, but I look nice because I'm coming to see you, and I want to look nice for you. Mm-hmm. And you just come over here and then you tell me, well, I don't have to wear my money. You could have had on a Walmart special, baby, as long as it looked nice. As long as
it wasn't wrinkled.
Nice. It wasn't.
That's
wrinkled.
all you was worried about.
That's
was the
all
wrinkles.
I'm worried about. I mean, so I'm a bad person because I want you to bring forth your best, because I'm bringing my best every time I see you.
Now, sis, he was coming from work. Is he? Not that you.
Stop at the store and get a shirt.
Okay.
I mean, that's just how I feel. But someone wanted to bring up. So one of my friends, one of my girlfriends was like, how do you get guys to take you on a date? She asked me that.
Does she not go on dates?
I guess they don't be asking. I said, because I said, okay, so when we go on a date. Show.
I need to talk about that. I need to figure this out. She ain't gonna come on. I need to figure this out. What do you mean they don't ask her on dates?
They don't. A lot of men don't ask on dates. I just be like, okay, so when we going out. I mean, that's just
they don't ask.
A lot of men, I find, don't really ask. They want to just come hang out. They want to come hang out
to the house.
They want to come hang out at the house. And then you hear then some that I've heard in the past is, well, we can meet for coffee or tea, because dating is really expensive. Well, I might not be the girl for you, because no. Or we can go Dutch. No, because on the first date, I expect you to pay.
I ain't finna do Dutch.
And then I'm looking, so, I mean, you want me to pay on the first date? And then it's these stupid conversations that people have. Well, I mean, why he has to pay on the first date? Because that's how I feel.
Okay, I'm gonna ask. Wait, these two kids, where Raymond go? These two kids married and been married for a long time. However, where is he gone? Is Raymond gone? He sure is.
This
James,
is so funny.
This
is so funny. She keeps
James.
She has to go to the.
First of all, I didn't know they wasn't asking folks out on dates.
They ask me out on dates. Or
I
if they act like they're not going to, we can't date.
That's the audience.
I like
Because
no.
how you
I'm
gonna?
asking you.
Because if you're dating, isn't dating is we're going out, we're going date, we're going on a date.
I don't mind a little the coffee break, the coffee the coffee meetup. I ain't tripping on that. But the Dutch is absolute no for me. I'm not. James, do you right now at this grown age? Do you believe in the Dutch system for your first date?
Well, I can't go on the first date because I'm married, but
but hypothetically,
if I went on the first date, there's no way I would not pay for the dinner.
So that is still a thing as far as
yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, but some guys.
Okay, so the rules are for the people you don't like.
That boy paying attention. That boy pays attention. So, but you could never see yourself hypothetically, right? Ever or
No.
let me, because I don't want you to get in trouble. Let me restructure myself. Any conversations that you may have with any male family members or friends or anything like that, if they were to tell you, "Hey, I'm gonna make little shouty go Dutch," like you would
bro, you
counsel them against that.
You might as well not take her out to dinner. Just don't invite her, because that's not a good look.
That's not a thing.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a thing.
Oh, there he is, right there. She wants you.
Raymond.
If she invites you though, if she say, "Hey, I want to take you out to dinner," then
She's saying, "I want to take you out."
Then she's paying. She should, and that's when you would expect that.
Yeah.
We're talking about how, and we're on air, Raymond.
Okay.
So we're talking about how men are not asking women out on dates.
And they
number
want to
one
go Dutch.
anymore. And again, I understand that you're married. However, if you were to be talking to any family members or homeboys that said, "I'm gonna take little shorty out, but then we're gonna go Dutch," how do you feel about that?
That don't make sense. You say
He wants to take the girl out,
right,
but he wants it to be Dutch.
meaning we got separate checks.
Everybody pay for their own stuff.
No.
So you still believe in taking a woman out on their first date and
Yeah. But that's the thing. But that's the thing. These men these days, they're not trying to impress you. They feel like they're the what did Simone?
Prize.
They're the prize. And that's not the ones that I date. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not dating anyone who's not gonna date me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not dating anyone who feels like I have to prove to them. Now, don't get me wrong. In dating me, I do show up 100%, showing you that I'm here, I'm present, I'm bringing my best foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. But I don't have those conversations, those 50-50 when it's, on social media when they had these, these 50-50. I don't hold those conversations. I don't have
50-50 bills.
I don't have those conversations.
What are your thoughts on that?
I don't have that conversation.
So what are your thoughts?
Well, I feel that in a relationship, in a married relationship, we share an account. And we put in what we say we're going to put in there. And then we could probably pay the bills from that. But I still have another account.
That I agree with. But what do you feel about splitting the bills down the middle?
I feel like at some point, I might have to pull more weight. And at some point, he might have to pull more weight. That's why I say we have this joint account. Because as life goes, things happen. Mm-hmm. I mean,
you get sick, laid off. There's a bunch of things that happen.
Right. So that's why I say that's a stupid conversation, because if he ain't going 50-50, so you're just a roommate. Is that what you're saying? No, if we put things here and this is for the house, these things are for the house. These are for things that I might want to get for you or for kids or anything like that. Now, if a man want to come and pay all the bills, he can pay all the bills. If I had a man that said, I want to pay all these bills, my check would be for vacations or for one-off things.
For both of y'all.
For both of us, definitely. Especially if we paying all the bills, I'm definitely looking out for him. Babe, what else you want? Look, he want this. He said he want
the PS6.
I'm buying it.
Is that a thing, James?
No. No, it is not. No, it is not.
PS6.
No, but I'm buying it, especially if he paying all these bills. Girl, yeah. What else you want?
Okay. What if he came in? So understand, if he came in and said, "I want to pay all the bills," you got him on the other stuff. If he comes in and says, "Babe, I want to split down the bills down the middle,"
I'm not having that conversation. You know what? It goes back to it'll have to be a conversation. Like, why are you even thinking like that? This is a joint unit. For me, it's a joint unit. This is us together.
Mhm.
Why are we even thinking, oh, I'm going to bring only this amount? If the bills are $5,000, I'm only giving you $2,500. That's all.
And
No,
then you
I
figure
don't-
out the rest.
That's
and
stupid.
vice versa.
That's stupid.
Okay.
To me.
Okay. I hear what you're saying. Okay. So they're not asking people out on dates.
Girl,
they doing
so-
Dutch. You don't want a coffee or a park meetup.
I mean,
you want
I'll
a
do a
date.
park. I'll do a park.
Okay.
Coffee, I don't know.
What about a bar?
depends.
Let's go meet at the bar.
It depends.
What kind of restaurants do you want to be taken out to?
I mean, it don't necessarily have to be a restaurant. That's why I said don't say park. You can schedule a park meetup or something like that. I'm good with that. I'm not like, we can go to Clyde Warner. We can go out there.
Okay.
We can go to like a little. I went to arcade. Somebody took me to arcade.
Is it the one in Arlington?
No, it's the one in, I don't live out this way. It's the one
Oh, I
in
forgot.
Dallas, in Deep Ellum.
Where you live again?
Well, this is when I was living in Dallas.
Pilot Point. What
Pilot
is
Point.
it? Okay.
I went to arcade. It was fun. I mean,
And that was a date.
it was a date. It was a date. It don't necessarily don't take me to the movies.
Why?
I'm not.
I
either.
love the movies.
How we going on a date and we going to the movies?
Not
we
a
can't
first
talk.
date,
That's what I'm saying.
but a date at some point.
At some point, if he likes movies, I was
Studio
dating this
movie
guy.
girl.
I was dating this guy who absolutely loved movies. He knew what movies was coming out every week. We couldn't. It wasn't for us.
Because you're not a movie girl
I'm not
like
a
that.
movie girl.
Are you a movie girl at home?
No.
You be watching Tubi?
Yes. I watch
She said
Tubi.
yes.
I like BT Plus.
Mhm.
I watch OWN.
Okay. Prime.
Prime.
Prime. Okay.
Yeah. Netflix.
All
I got
right.
the
So
Hulu.
you do a little Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
You're just not a movie theater girl.
Yeah.
You don't like all that.
Yeah. And I have to want to see it. And yeah.
That's so funny. Okay. Listen, I love, we've been all over the place, baby. We've been all over the world, all over the place. We touched on different topics. We done broke the, the production wall. We done talked to the producer, talked to the DJ, and that's what we do here on Dear Future Husband. But this has been enlightening. I like the fact that you threw out there, and we didn't touch on this, and maybe this is another show, but you threw out there the fact that you did the work on yourself and went to therapy. And I think that is dope. We don't talk
Still
about
in
that
therapy.
enough. And still, come on,
Because you
mama.
have to have the maintenance.
Absolutely. I love that.
You got
And it's so many of us that need therapy. It's so many of us that, we all need therapy, but there's more of us that need, there's no more of us. There's some of us that need therapy more than others, right? And those are the ones that are not getting it. And so I implore you to please go to therapy, y'all. It is not a bad thing, right?
Right, you're not crazy.
You're right. You are not crazy. Some of you are, but doesn't mean that you're crazy. But it's just a neutral person to go speak to. So I implore you to please go to therapy. So I love the fact that you brought that up. I love the fact that you're going to therapy and you're not afraid to talk about it. I think that's dope. I think you're dope.
I think you're dope too.
Thank you. And so I just enjoyed talking to you. And just because as 40-something-year-olds.
I mean,
it's a little different out here in these streets.
It is.
And the dating when you were 20 versus when you're 40 is different.
Exactly.
The dating without a kid versus with a kid is different. You know what I'm saying? The dating with a house and not right, because that's different bills, right? It's different. That's different bills, baby.
I mean,
you responsible for that roof.
Listen.
You responsible for that roof.
For them pipes. So drip that water.
Drip that water, and when the degrees is below 32, baby.
Listen.
Drip the water. And open the cabinets. Did you know that?
I did.
I didn't know that
did
part.
Both of them.
I just found out about that this season. To open the cabinets to allow the warm air in the pipes. I said, huh.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, anyways, open the cabinets. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for talking to me. Thank you so much for sharing and being transparent. I really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
I
of
enjoyed this
course.
conversation.
Yes, me too. Before we get out of here, is there anything that you want the people to support you on? Anything we need to like, share, follow?
Yes, I am Lady CEO. I do brand management and consulting. Lady with an I. .CEO on Instagram, Lady CEO LLC on Facebook. What else? A Confident Lady on Facebook. And I think for the moment because I took down my website.
Okay. So y'all make sure that you are following her, liking her, subscribing to her, whatever it is that she got going on. Support her, y'all. There's nothing wrong with being a confident lady. There's nothing wrong with being a lady CEO. There's nothing wrong with being a boss lady, y'all. And there is a way to do both, to be a boss and to be feminine in your own right?
Exactly.
And then there's nothing wrong with being confident. Don't let nobody tell you that you're too confident. That's not even a thing.
Right.
At least not in my world. So, thank you so much again. Y'all, thank you for tuning in. Let me just let y'all know, and maybe I should have said this at the beginning because James told me to and I forgot. But we are changing things up on this season of Dear Future Husband. And so instead of doing a show every Thursday consistently like that, we are trying to bring you quality and not quantity. Okay, so there may not be as many shows as it was in the past, but we are trying to bring you really, really good guests with really, really good conversations and topics. So just keep rocking with us, y'all. Thank you for tuning in again this week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.